Good morning, family. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. You would think, late as you is, you'd have had that together.
They did that at the store. They did that at the store, KC, but because my old phone was so old, everything transferred over, but it didn't transfer over and turn on.
You see me anyway.
Ain't nobody gonna see you. Dang, we gotta do an introduction.
Tell one player, he was like, man, one player said the bishop, he said the bishop never noticed him. And he said the bishop, he said, man, paint your car bright or something, man, do something spectacular. Then I might notice you. Yeah, so do something to make me notice you, you know what I'm saying?
Hello, Flint. Good morning. My name is Jordan Sheridan. I am a journalist, not from Michigan, but I feel like I'm here more than my own home state. And I've been reporting on the Flint water crisis.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say that the actions from the Flint Police Department in the last 2 days, I'm fully condemning the actions that have taken place.
Good morning.
I got it.
You got it? You sure?
Yeah. Share.
Mickey got it. All right. I'll go ahead and just throw this in reboot real quick. Everyone. What the hell was that sound, dude?
No, that was me dropping the phone down. Common Sense, good morning. Meat Freaks Barbecue, good morning. Palaca, Florida in the building. Let me see what H. Spragg, good morning. Feel It for Life. Good morning. Asaya Quill, aka Mama Quill. Cassandra Scott, good morning. Green Eyes 15, good morning. And y'all smash that like button as y'all coming in. Kamala Buford in the building, good morning. That's all I can say. Grand Rising, love mama. Deborah Luna, good morning. Javier Jones tapping in from Durham, North Carolina. David B, what it do? I see Taz Montana 313 in the building, good morning. Tasha Lynn, good morning. Debbie Clark, morning. Good brother Michael Cooley, good morning. Greenwood, Mississippi. 662 point of order. Keep pressure on Davina. Yeah, keep pressure on all of them who selling out the family. Karen Malone, good morning. Felicia Martinez, good morning. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning. Marcus Fielder, good morning, my good brother, tapping in from Fairfield, California. Avis Hopkins coming in from that Sunshine State, good morning. Wanda Smith, good morning. Concrete Jungle, good morning. No Games, morning. Thanks for tapping in. Shardy Shard, what it do? Stanley Wood, good morning. Loomy, good morning, good brother. Elder Golden Charles Sharp, good morning. Tapping in from the ATL. We know it. We know it. Kamala Buford got coffee and donuts. A hell of a combination. But good morning, beloved. Good morning. Miss Lewis, good morning. Good morning. I see Seaster and tapped in. Good morning. Loomy, where you tapping in from? He said he tapping in from South Florida, Broward County, checking in 954 at your door. Thank you for tapping in. Timothy Colson, good morning. Y'all smash that like button as you coming in. Kobe Fatty, a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. How everybody doing this beautiful, what is it, Tuesday, and I'm not happy. Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis then got in the game. Good morning. And shout out to the Gaddis clan. I'm going to say it again, the Gaddis clan. Good morning. I'm going to try to catch everybody that's coming in. John Campbell, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. We got Francine Johnson in the building, in case y'all didn't get to see the brother. That's Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. And we got Michelle Smith, a.k.a. N, the Woodster, and that's Stanley Wood, if you don't know. If this Tuesday send 10% facts. I need all the love you can send this way, man. Right now, I've been fighting all type of things. Raphael Bird, what's up, my good brother? In case y'all don't know, he said, smash that like button. 601 in the building. That's Jackson, Mississippi. Vicente Dave, good morning. Mr. Thomas, good morning. RJ Cat, what it do? Barb Harrington, good morning. Kenneth, I see you. Let me see. Jimmy, typing in from East Boston. You know what it is. Good morning. What's up, family? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's go on. What you done seen on your radar, Trevor? We can get this 15, 20 minutes out the way. Who knows?
I actually got pinged this morning by Pastor Gaddis of the Gaddis clan, all 50 of them, that they found lead in their water yesterday.
Wow.
They're also under a flood advisory from the tropical storm passing over as well. So,
Terry Nixon, good morning. Wow.
and my pronunciation here is probably backwards and upside down, but the city is Mebane, M-E-B-A-N-E.
Mebane, Mebane.
Something like that, yeah.
Carolyn Hendricks, good morning.
That I took a look into it, and yeah, there is a lead report that they have out. It looks like they've got some old lines that they're looking at replacing, but with the flooding going on, it apparently washed into some of these pipes and got rid of some anti-corrosives that they're supposed to be putting in there. So they're under a water watch right now.
Wow.
This is a nationwide thing. It might have started in Flint, but it's everywhere now, right?
For sure. Felicia Martinez said Mickey's roll call today is sponsored by the governor of Michigan and her team trying to allegedly sneak into Flint to have a meeting with the residents talking about old business. Nice try. It didn't work, did it? No, it didn't. Mr. Roger Smith, good morning. Good.
Imagine sneaking into Flint to talk to residents. How are you going to talk to residents if you're sneaking? I mean,
Sunshine, good morning. And that's Sunshine from Harlem Nights. If you don't know who that is, Trevor, just when you throw it up in there, you look and you say Sunshine, you got to watch Harlem Nights to know what Sunshine is. All I know is, yeah, you got to watch it. Aubrey Collins, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I feel bad for the Grand Rising to you too, Sunshine. If they not going, Elliot, my good brother, Elliot McCants in the building. You know, man, Elliot, my bad, wrong person. Elliot in the building. You know, we're going to be on around 4 today. It's 5 o'clock, my bad. Miss D said smash that like button. Smash that like button. Hey, K Heavenly, thank you for tapping back in. Grace, wrong person. Grace and Peace, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Lanita Murray, my bad, beloved. Thank you for tapping in. The beautiful Miss Beverly Biggs. If you want a council person who hair gonna be fried, dyed, and laid to the MF side, you know who you got to vote for. That's all I'm saying. My fellow 7th Wardian shooting a blank T. What's up?
Yeah, I just want to put it out there.
Rivers, good morning. Krista Monique, good morning. Go ahead, Trevor. My bad.
You and Mr. Elliott's Conspiracy Tuesday last week pretty much tied with Sister Taliba's first show for one of the biggest openings that we've had on 810. So congratulations to you two. That is, pretty epic. I'm very happy. You guys doing some hard work over on yonder.
We working. As they say, we getting in the field. In the field. We ain't gonna do no whining about it. We gonna ride this ship how it's supposed to be rolled. But family, stay tuned. Erica Gaddis, good morning. She tapping in from Los Angeles. Oh, I love when my West Side family tap in. You heard?
The Gaddis clan from all over.
Yeah, hey, listen, I love for them tapping in. That's all I'm gonna say. Trevor, they saying they miss your rants, man.
I see that, and I'm trying to organize my schedule to get back up. I am planning something on the back end of doing a little bit of military show again, because I can just pre-record that at crack of dawn and get it up.
This is why he's coming on like he did this, getting them back in the groove, 15, 20, getting them back in the groove to do this thing. We're going to be doing something. We're going to be doing something on the Patreon too, family. And my people tapping in, I got to put them up. Otis Johnson with Bama in the building. Thank you for tapping in. Antonio Brown, what it do? Lydia McNeely, good morning. Good morning. Then we got Sweet Cupcake on break. Y'all know I done cut the sweets out right now. I'm going into my 3rd week. No sweets, baby.
Mm.
Oh, morning back to you, beautiful. Morning back to you. Yeah, GA news in the house. You heard? That's what we talking about. I love Georgia.
By the way, Mickey,
What's up?
we didn't go to Twitch and Rumble today.
You know what? I was gonna put it on. Oh, hot damn. If you want to add it, you can add it. You know who just
Nah.
came back in here? Let me tell
Who
you,
just
just
came
popped
in?
up. I'm finna get some money. I know
Oh.
on the 23rd, Erston Young is in the building. My goodness. Ernst, you been busy? You been gone? You been gone, man. Rose C, good morning. Good morning. And I'm saying we got the beautiful, we got the Maxter, as I call her. Good morning. You know what it is. I'm gonna be on time. I got a job to do. I got a job to do. They say, Trevor, check your email.
Yep, I'm already on it.
He's on it. Look at Ernst Young. Came right back in, actions demanding stuff to be done. Hey man, get that money and get me on the agenda. Now they passing consent agendas, just slide me on in. I'm gonna tell you right now. Slide me on in. Pop Gaddis in the building. He coming in from Chicago, who created the Gaddis clan. Good morning, Pop Gaddis. We got Cicero McGill. Good morning, Cicero. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for tapping in, all the beloveds. Thanks for tapping in. Yeah, man, I've been looking at a lot of stuff today.
They just brushed aside Erston and I believe the rest of
Oh,
INA
yeah.
on some
Hey,
complaint.
Ernst, if you just found that out, welcome to the party. You're late, though.
I mean,
You late.
it's one thing to know; it's another thing to physically find out. Like they just
Welcome to
got
the
done.
party. Welcome. Hey, sometime, listen, I was slow to it too. Welcome to the party. Floyd Turner, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Now I know why I'm not getting no money, but I'm still grinding out like never before. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm fighting. I ain't gonna say. I gotta give my DC people shout out.
Right?
Yogi G, what it do? AKA Yolanda Corbett in the building. We're gonna see y'all this Friday. New
She's
one, what it
kicking
do?
ass.
What it do? Because I'm ready to get some of that DC news, bring it to the family. See, it's rough all the way around. You know, everybody going through something. We just the
Right?
poster child how you ain't got to fix it.
What can go wrong and how to not fix it.
Hey, Donnell Meredith in the building. Marie, what is that? Is it Marie Watson? Thank you for tapping in.
Oh, she's
Big
got a very
Mama
pretty
got
picture.
us in the building. She coming in from the Shy too. Loving me, loving you back. Good morning, Denise. Thanks for tapping in. That's some more of that's that Georgia love coming in. Oh my goodness. And what's up, good brother Eddie Gray? 704 Charlotte Bound in Sports. You heard? Tap in with that brother. I'm working on something, man. I got a lot of things. You know, I'm carrying a lot of hats around. I'm carrying a lot of hats, but believe me, I'm gonna push this. I'm gonna push this ship to the finish line. Andre Holland, good morning. Good morning. Hey, facts, Yogi. Same playbook, different area codes. You know, like what he used to say that. Who was that? I ain't gonna say it, but Nate Dogg. R.I.P. to Nate Dogg, the late great Nate Dogg. Different area codes. I got people I'm poison in different area codes. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is right now. That's what it is. Big Mama Gaddis says she helped start the Gaddis clan. And you know what, Mama Gaddis? Many blessings to you and Pop Gaddis. What a wonderful thing. What a wonderful thing for helping build the Gaddis clan. What I'm talking about right there. You heard? Is this what we doing? You better believe it, Jack. What's up, my guy? What it do? Is this what we doing? And is we finna get into this thing, like I say, like never before. I've been looking at, you know, when Trevor come on, I like to get a little national news, you know. Locally, it's terrible here. But nationally, I'm telling you, they playing this game locally. I'm telling you, when you can put it on like that, how they putting it on, don't nobody care. Christine Chandler, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for tapping in.
Yeah, I was feeling some sort of way yesterday. So after the show went off, I decided to go explore around the area, something I haven't really done yet. And I wound up at an old gun store, and they had some beautiful antiques and replicas in there. A couple gangster guns from like the 1920s. I met this old man. He's been in this area his entire life except for a stint in the Air Force, in which he found himself up in Canada and Newfoundland. And he told me the most profound thing I had ever heard about this area. He goes, "We're living in Georgia without Georgia taxes." I'm sitting here like, I like this guy. This is about right. So I'm just going to start saying I'm from Florida now.
That's what it is. Uh-oh. You know, I got to tap when they coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You got the beautiful JoJo Freeman tapping in. She said, "Hey, good morning, sunshine. Flint, Poison City, USA." And along with the rest of the nation as it's looking like. But I mean, you see them storms that's hit? There's a lot of storms that went down. Prayers to the family and the people that was affected by these storms, you know, especially how it hit Texas and, you know, as far as
Texas got slammed.
Camping people and stuff, you know, them. Oh, man. Terrible. Detroit boy, good morning. Reverend James West, Jim Gaddis in the building. Good morning. And Christine Chandler, if I didn't say your name, if I said it twice, I needed to.
And we got another holy Gaddis in the crowd, Pastor Marvin Gaddis.
Facts. PMG. That's what I'm going to call him. PMG. Pastor Marvin Gaddis. Riri, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, that's why it's going across the bottom down there. Like, I gotta let you know, I voted for Kamala. Everybody, I was a lot of things that was, I took a lot of slander, family. Y'all know all the hate, the slander.
Mickey's the reason that she lost. Sole reason, the only person in America, the only reason why she lost.
You know, I took a lot of heat for Kamala. Y'all blame me for so much, I don't know what to do. The beautiful Lawana Terry then tapped in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm just saying, I took a lot of heat for Kamala losing.
Mm-hmm.
Me, personally, y'all smash that like button as y'all coming in. Smash that like button. Man, so, Terrible is living in an area prone to... Hey, facts, Mr. Thomas, facts.
Erston, I'm going to be learning as we go through this, but do you mind if I share this email you sent me, buddy? I want to get his permission before I pop it up on screen, but yeah, he's getting done the Flint way, all right. Him and the rest of the INA.
So did you see where it's offering country to disenfranchised brothers and sisters worldwide? Did you see where it's offering in this country? Hey, I didn't know that. I gotta start tapping on that, Kenneth. Tidra Owens, good morning. I don't want to miss you. We got Matthew Gaddis in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Well, Raphael Bird said, well, you know, we are overdue for a major storm down here in the South. This might be active here. Hey, man, only thing I can tell you, watch the weather. For all
don't put that on me.
People, watch the weather.
We had 2 major storms last year. We had Milton, which came to its theoretical size limit according to the physics of weather on Earth. And then we had Helene, which threw trees around my property like a toddler having a temper tantrum. I don't need no more of that.
Detroit boys, I think Elon fixed those voting machines. Hey, you know what, family? Let me say this about that. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Felicia, let me say this right here. Pray for Jed. Yeah, Jed, I'm going to do a list. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. And Sandra Nichols, I'm going to get to that too. That Philadelphia garbage strike piling up, man, it's finna be, listen, unsanitary. I'm going to say that. Yeah, pray for Brother Jed, man. Them boys coming up on a lot of heat. Lorna, good morning. Good morning. What I think it really is personally to me is, and this is just my humble opinion, I just think how they seen he got treated here, and that's how Harvey them doing it. Now, because you know the different people they watching. And I do believe when he came to Flint, Bonnie Vanner, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, facts, I agree with you. Marcus, hold on. Get in the car this early.
Oh, no. Let me see. Elliot, there's a tropical depression about 400 miles off the eastern seaboard. Watch out. Man, I don't want to hear that. The Pacific's actually been pretty active this year as well. I think the Sea of China or Sea of Japan, whatever they're calling it, this week got hit by 2. There was one off the coast of Mexico. Then the Yucatan Peninsula caught one. It's looking a little interesting. What else we got?
Who got arrested? Angie, I might
think she's asking about Jed.
Oh,
I'm not
no, I'm
100%.
just talking catching hell. I mean, what I mean by he catching hell, no, it's just from the residents. A lot of little BS. I've been tapping in here and there. I ain't been watching it all. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Bubba Gaddis, Dallas in the house. Good morning. Good morning to you. Said Jed had 1.K followers, 1.4K followers watching him yesterday. They were cutting up and he wasn't letting up. And he's not the type that's gonna bite his tongue. And I respect that brother for that. You know
Pop
what I'm
my head
saying?
in for a little bit
Oh,
and
oh,
said my
oh,
clothes.
and my bad. Let me get this. What I was saying, pray, just when you out here advocating, that's what I meant. I ain't mean that. My bad. I sent off the wrong. What's the name? My bad. My bad. I'm sorry for that. I don't want to. What's up, my beautiful cousin Maria Carter in the building? Yeah, my bad. I didn't. Okay. What Kamala said. They're jealous of him. Man, I can see a lot of that going on. Gaddis Construction Company, Hillsboro, North Carolina. Good morning back to you. Dana Bryan, good morning, beautiful. Good morning. No, my bad, Angie. I ain't want to say no. I'm just saying when you in this fight, look how the stuff was going on here. Like this, when you really just see it, I'll give you a better example. Did you see how the government now, the Trump administration, they not finna release the
Epstein
Jeffrey
files.
Epstein files? Now they saying there was nobody on there.
And the man somehow
He
ended
didn't killed
himself
himself.
in
He
his own
killed
cell.
himself only to be found. Now he killed himself, and the lady, his co-conspirator, doing 20 years in jail. Unbelievable. I'm just saying they lost all his stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. What's good, Mr. LC? To you. Good morning. Lorna, good morning to you. He said, Mickey, now you know nobody wants to know how much corruption they getting away with. Facts. The beautiful Michelle Young, good morning, good morning. No, you're right about that. I'm just saying, man, but they went after P. Diddy like never before. They took everything. Shotty Shire, good morning. Elon needs something. Man, right. But I think Lindsay Erica got us good morning. I think that's some BS though. Salty Chef, good brother, tapping in from Saskatchewan, Canada in the building. They trying to run me there, man. That's what New One say. New One said billionaires' money will help you lose things. Facts. Yeah. Detroit boy said Elon already spilled the beans. He might have had spilled the tea, my bad. Top of the morning, Georgia Ward to you. I just think, yeah, you ain't lying, Maria. Maria said the truth is harder to accept than a lie. Diddy didn't lose much. It's in his mama name for sure. The way of Jesus Christ Church. Thank you for tapping in. Yeah, I mean, that's how I look at it, man. I just look at it like Epstein stuff got lost. He killed himself for no reason. Deldrin, good brother, thanks for tapping in. Then you got this co-conspirator. She doing 20 years to find out that they didn't have nothing. So them girls that said they allegedly had things happen to them was was nothing. What'd you think?
I think that we've been waiting for this list since what, 2018, 2017. If it wasn't released within the first year, we weren't going to get it anyway. And this was all just political horse trading until they could get enough out of it. I mean,
facts.
Corruption, as you just said, it's an open, ugly secret. This is just part of the show. And you know that there's folks from both sides and then third-party sides and then folks from all over the world that was going to be on that list. That would have ruined a lot of people. That would have ruined a lot of politicians, a lot of millionaires. Of course, they're going to try to censor that. Come on now.
Yeah, it just show you how wicked this game is, man. That's why, you know what, I do pray and hope. Yeah, I do pray, hope that, like, man, you hope we praying on a people to come in and change a wicked system, man. I can't see it, like, you know what I'm saying. Even with here, look at like I'm going back to what let me see where this is at right here with New Flint's. New One said, sorry about that. I want to look at Flint. Much less money got everybody off the hook. No convictions for anybody. I'm like Yogi G, diabolical. You know what I'm saying? That is like, it's crazy. It's
I think we
crazy
all
what we
have to
going through.
understand that this has been a thing for
Oh, it's
longer than
got
any of us have been alive. I mean,
to. Yeah.
when was JFK assassinated? And we still don't know who done did that.
They know who done did it. They just,
Yeah,
but this,
we don't.
fact, but you know what? This just to show you on a larger scale where the government really how they feel about you. Like we can tell American citizens whatever, and they gonna believe it. It's like now you got the water, the pipes finna be fixed, and they supposed to believe it, but yet I was over my homeboy crib yesterday, turn the water on. Matter of fact, I took him to go get water. He had to go buy cases of water yesterday. Ain't nobody drinking that Flint water, and he's staying Fifth Ward. Like it's just crazy, man. But it is what it is. It's like if you can see it on a larger scale like that, them doing this to a city is nothing. I was watching. Did you see what's been happening over in Mexico? I was gonna pull the video footage up.
So
I didn't pull
Mexico
it up.
has a couple things going on.
Man, they
The
been
protests
weak.
for one, which okay, cool, fine. You don't want us there, that's cool. And this is in response to deportations here and bad attitudes here. I understand. At the same time, though, Mexico sent rescue personnel to help with the floods in Texas. So, which part of that did you want to talk about? The goodwill or the protest?
No, I was talking about the problem. I was gonna let them see it where they was busting the windows out, telling, writing "gringo." You know what I'm saying? I can't say what they were saying, but unalive in the gringo, and you know what I'm saying, man. Listen, hey, it's like damn. Like what you know what I'm saying? Like I get it, like y'all, but y'all steady, you got people coming here. So, I get it, but look, man, this finna be a backlash. Like this what I'm saying is finna come down. It's finna come down very terrible, is what I'm saying.
Officially, like the Mexican people, no ill will toward, right?
Right.
I grew up on the border. I was the only person in my class that looks like me. Everyone else, hell, a lot of my classmates are from Agua Prieta, Mexico. I have no ill will toward them. The Mexican government, on the other hand, are content to work with the cartels, Sinaloa, this, that, and the third, and let their people live in terror of that. Maybe if the Mexican government actually put some work in and tried improving the lives of their residents, they wouldn't be trying to come here one way or another. And maybe the Mexican government needs to not pass the buck on that. Like, your people are suffering, just like here, our people are suffering. We need to put some work in at home, just like they do.
Yeah, $5 super chat from beautiful Deborah Luna. She said, but they were serving time. Reed Cole's last time out was at a mental institution, playground for him. Hey, listen, the way these people is locked in, going back to what Felicia said, y'all see how quick Prince Andrew disappeared after being part of the Epstein situation? Yeah, because it was too many people up at top. Let me see what Detroit boy said. Detroit boy said Mexico sent people to help Texas and Trump was golfing. Wow.
That seems to be the standard for like the last 4 or 5 presidents. There's been 5 since I've been alive.
Good morning, Neil.
Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, Trump. Okay, so 7 presidents. Like 90% of the time when something huge happens, they're off somewhere. Bush during 9/11 was down in down south reading books to kids. What you think that us with the biggest intelligence agencies in the world and the most prolific in the world didn't see this coming, but somehow we let the president go read books to kindergartners?
Yeah, because it was a game.
It still is a game.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed.
It has been.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Like I said, I look at a lot of this stuff, man. I just look at it and be like, wow. But they make us like we just gotta accept it. That's what trips me out. Like we really gotta accept this that's going on. Like it just shout out to the Gaddis clan again. Good morning, all the Gaddis clan.
Yeah, Jaja, there you go. Bush was in Florida when 9/11 happened, reading to a classroom of kindergartners.
But you got to remember, over $1 trillion went missing then. doing
Mhm.
that. People forget that was, like we seeing it. We
What
steady
happened to
seeing,
Tower 7?
man.
Somehow over half a mile away, and it just catches fire randomly and burns down, and that had so many trade records, especially for folks
Blake,
of
you got it
Congress.
this morning. Oh,
My bad.
facts. Yeah, facts. I just look at it like this. Look, man, like this. What can you really do when your government? Eleanor Wicker, good morning. Blakey Gaddis, good morning. Shout out again to the Gaddis clan. What can you do? All we can do is just sit up here and and try to make it work. Like, you know what I'm saying? When like all the cuts going on. Only my thing is, why is he giving all these tax cuts to the upper rich? Like, do anybody ever? I keep hearing this how foolish I
I
think
I
poor
hear
people
that,
is.
but here's the thing.
Come on
Like,
with it,
my wife is catching tax cuts on that. The
Trevor.
income bracket that I was before I got, disabled and retired, I'd be catching a tax cut. And, yeah, it's nothing major, maybe about 3,000-4,000 a year, but to me, that's life changing.
Yeah, but I'm
Now,
saying, but it's
higher up there, it's definitely bigger cuts.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. It's like, when won't they pay their fair share of taxes? I get it. Like, if I was a millionaire, I'd probably be accepting them cuts
I'm
too.
still trying to figure out what the hell a fair share is.
Which would them more than what they paying? Because they be having money overseas in offshore accounts.
How do
I
you
mean,
audit that?
yeah, but they not gonna do that. What
No, I'm just
billionaire?
saying, how do you audit that if it's from a place like Switzerland that isn't a party of U.S. tax code and has never signed any sort of treaty to share financial information of U.S. citizens from their banks? How do you
Mm,
how do you actually find out how much they actually are worth and how much to tax them for?
we use Doge. Ain't that what that was supposed to find
Doge
corruption?
was corruption of government offices, but
That ain't government office. This is how you
if I'm
lose
a
it.
if I'm a multi-billionaire, I'm putting money in the Caymans, I'm putting money in Switzerland.
But
There's
you
like
making your
5 or
money
6
here
right
though.
there.
And I got to
Some
read
of
what the
it,
good
you
brother
got capital gains, but yeah,
Dale
let's
just
see.
said. He said, I know this is not the topic, but it's just a thought. If one of the biggest natural disasters in the U.S. history was never truly addressed, why would Flint water crisis would be just a thought? Got a point there. And he's talking about Katrina.
Mhm.
Like, but when you see stuff like that, that'd be land grabs. You know what I'm saying? That'd be you moved how many people from Louisiana that they sent over to Texas when they was doing that? Like, it was a couple 100,000 they had to relocate,
Yeah,
and they were
temporary
sending them to Texas.
relocations. Yeah, and a lot of them were living in the
Wow.
the Dallas football stadium or Dallas Fort Worth football stadium for a couple weeks until they can get them sorted out.
Yeah, I didn't know this. Right, Lauren said, Mickey, over the weekend, Trump said people with visas cannot come in. Those Americans that out of the country can't return. Wow. So that's how he planned it.
That's
Sure.
that's
The
going to get tied
government
up
is
in
going to
court.
censure off the poor and the middle class. There will be no more middle class, just like rich and poor. I can see that. I mean, they fool us a lot, They fool us a lot. They have us thinking that this is something, you seeing them getting tax breaks out of this world. Like, how much more do you need? That's what I want to know. Like, how much more do you need? I understand America supposed to be a capitalistic country, right? It's a
Yeah,
capitalistic
it, it
country.
I would say it's supposed to be, but it isn't. It's turned more into a corporatist. It's all
But
about the
I'm just
corporations rather than the individual capitalizing.
yeah, because I was trying to figure out why we got salary caps in sports if this is a capitalistic country.
Mm. Are those by law or are those by the sports commissions?
I mean, they should be pulled in by what's the name, but by the feds, to be honest with you, because I feel like that's racketeering. What the NCAA make, like they just got a monopoly, even with the NFL, a straight up monopoly. Well,
Mm.
we had to end ours, Trevor.
Yeah. I do have one thing to
Oh yeah,
present before
get it
we
out the
roll. I just got it from Urson. He gave me a little bit of background on it. I had to wait for these to come through.
way. Well,
So let's
Erston
go ahead
dropped
and
to you.
Urson dropped to me. Well, first, let's go ahead and go into the files here. Downloads. We got first. They had written to the state about civil rights violations, and very nice and happy. I hope this message finds you well. We are writing to urgently bring to your attention a series of ongoing civil rights violations occurring in Flint, Michigan. On June 1st, 2025, a peaceful protest was held to demand justice and accountability for the continued failure of city officials to provide clean, safe water to the citizens of Flint. This protest was organized under the leadership of national activist Jedediah Brown in collaboration with our organization, Investigate and Advocate. Tragically, what was meant to be peaceful and constitutionally protected demonstration was met with aggression and state-sponsored intimidation. Mayor Sheldon Neely, let's get his title right, has weaponized the Flint Police Department against the very residents he is sworn to serve. On the day of the protest, officers were observed forcibly removing citizens from public meetings. Most egregiously, a 70-year-old man was physically assaulted, pulled from his car, and slammed to the ground by the police without justification. In addition, the city of Flint has constantly denied or ignored Freedom of Information, or FOIA, requests, obstructing public access to critical information. This reflects a clear pattern of suppression, a disregard for transparency, and a violation of residents' constitutional rights. It continues. Let me go ahead and pull the next one up. Second. We are seeking your legal expertise and representation to bring justice to the people of Flint. We believe the ongoing actions by Mayor Sheldon Neely and the Flint Police Department warrant civil rights litigation and public accountability. The community is in urgent need of national legal advocacy to protect their rights and dignity. Links to the events that had happened. Please let us know if you or your team would be willing to discuss this matter further. We are prepared to provide all necessary documentation, witness statements, and media from the protest to related incidents. Thank you for your tireless commitment to justice, civil rights. Okay. So we'll go ahead and remove that. Then I have to pop this open and hit a share screen. This is what they got back, which goes to show you Flint is just a blind spot. Let's go ahead and State of Michigan Department of Civil Rights, Detroit, from Gretchen Whitmer, who we've seen pop up a few times recently, especially in Flint Politics Reboot. And we'll come on down. You recently contacted Michigan Department of Civil Rights, MDCR, alleging an act of unlawful discrimination. The issues you raised are as follows. I have concerns about being subject to unequal service and not due to a protected basis. This is a companion to case MDCR 659176. The department cannot take further action and is closing your complaint because you did not identify a basis or area for your complaint, which is covered by civil rights law, and or the information you provided is insufficient to certify your complaint. And the rest is just their legal jargon saying, yeah, we're not doing nothing. Here's how you can file an appeal. That is, so yeah, Flint is a blind spot for anything that happens. I would say, since we saw in Flint Politics Reboot, shared by our very own Wintisall, that since the Gretch is going to be there, why not go and ask her about this directly? Just show her what the police of the man that she's supposed to be standing next to have done to the residents of Flint, including ripping a 70-plus-year-old man from his car, not making sure it was safe, and causing a public incident and public safety hazard, just because people want answers. But I think that'll do that for me today. Let's go ahead and get your camera ready. I see you still haven't gotten that up and ready yet.
Yeah, I just ain't put it up. It's up there now.
All right. The lovely Wintisall, everyone. I'll catch you later.
I'll catch you in a minute, Travis.
Good morning, ting, ting, ting. What we talking about?
I don't know. We just did what we did. I know you got something. They want to know what happened to the people. I mean, Delegate Sandy and her daughter going to court. Let me get that right. Because I wasn't in on it. I saw you had made a post in your group. So I figured they action in here. I wouldn't know how to go to it.
I was here with you.
No, we wasn't. You made a post in your group on it. You said you had put something in there on it, so you couldn't have been me. You put it in your group yesterday about she went to court. You forgot. I'll go look for it.
Say,
But
pull up the post form. Shit, I forgot.
yeah, I'll go pull it up for you. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Go to your page. Let me go to your group. Let me go here. Let me pull it up.
Delegate Sandy and her daughter Brooke
Yeah.
went to court yesterday. Brooke is the daughter, not a minor, guys. She's 28. She was in a wheelchair. I haven't talked with Delegate Sandy. I haven't talked with Brooke. I'm just going off of what the people are telling me that were there. Found it. So, first of all, shout out to A10 News Media Group and everybody in the chat. Thank you for watching again on this wonderful Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Good. I'm glad y'all all doing good. I know y'all answered me, in y'all minds and everything. Thank y'all. So Sandy and Brooke went to court yesterday, district court, and like I said, Brooke was in a wheelchair. I got when Tanya, shouts out to my sis Tanya Jones, posted a picture on Reboot. I was surprised to see her in a wheelchair, but I didn't know that she had been in a wheelchair since the incident happened. Whatever transpired in the jail, she's in a wheelchair. I don't know. That's all I can tell you right now. I heard 25,000. Some people said 2,500. She was let out. Both of them were let out on a personal recognizance bond, and they are due to go back to court. I heard they had warrants out for their arrest, but since they came to court, those got threw out. And that's really all the news that I have on that.
Hey.
Just what they put on the post. I know Councilwoman Burns, I heard, was there. My good sis Tanya Jones.
Oh, she said Brooke hip is out again. That's what Miss Gladys.
Oh, her hip is out. Okay. Hey, Miss Gladys.
Tony,
thanks for tuning in.
Oh, wow. Tony Terry, thanks for tapping in. It can be a dangerous thing to go out. This is okay. Let me see. That's all I seen yesterday. I mean, I ain't really been. I was looking at the national news. Everybody mad right now over the big beautiful bill. I don't know. I'll probably go over the big beautiful bill this weekend. Saturday.
This weekend.
Saturday. I'm gonna probably
it's
come
Tuesday.
on. I know, but I got a couple people who's going breaking it down, and I'm gonna do something special. Come on Saturday for they can discuss the big beautiful bill.
What the hell we gonna talk about on the bump?
I don't. Is you breaking the big beautiful bill down?
I don't know. Are you? That's something that you could bring to the bump.
I got some people breaking
you gonna
it down.
take it to another damn show? I'm lost.
Yeah, I got some people who want to break it down and talk about it. I got some economists.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll wait for the economists to break down the big beautiful bill. I don't know what the hell we're gonna talk about. I guess we'll talk about my big beautiful ass. we ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Lois
today.
Fletcher, good morning. I mean, Flint keep giving you everything. You said I seen you put out there that the Gretchen Whitmer was sneaking in Flint. Did anybody catch her sneaking in?
She ain't got here yet.
When's she coming?
I don't know.
They definitely ain't gonna tell her now since you didn't put it out there in your group. When you put that out there, they definitely finna sneak her in.
Well, they said pass it along to your families and friends.
Man, you passed it along and they not happy.
Well, it is what it is. She's supposed to be here Friday, July the 18th from 12 to 2 at the Flint Public Library. It's a public library in the Charles Stewart Mock Community Room.
Oh, it's going to be secure. That's going to be probably one of the safest places to be at Friday.
Oh, yeah. And it says, hope to see you there. We appreciate you for letting us know if you plan to stop by. They want you to pre-register. And they gave you a link in the email. And feel free to share with friends or family that you think would be interested. That's what it says.
Damn. I'm looking at.
I done had about 4 people share with me.
Tell them, well, how many can they going to probably put a limit. So get there early. Lorna said, Mickey, it's tornadoes, earthquakes, flood, and snow. Mickey, even in the river, water is even earthquakes in the sea. Well, let me say this for you. Watch the weather. Watch the weather. Oh, you're invited. Governor's office in Flint. I won't be going there. I don't think Gretchen Whitmer want to see
You
nobody
can
there.
go as the news, as press.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if they're gonna let me in.
Yeah, try it. A10 News Media Group.
I'm gonna see if they're gonna let me in.
I got an appointment Friday afternoon, so I won't be able to make it, but Mickey can make it. Go on,
I'm gonna
record.
see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if they're gonna let me in. If they're gonna put me out. I said, did anybody go? Mr. Casey said, anybody go downtown over the weekend? It was pretty dope. Reminded me of the old school 4th of July days at Flint, like we were teens. Debbie Clark, good morning. Oh, my bad. You was telling somebody else. Let me see. Mark Hutchinson. Gretchen is not your friend. Gretchen should not be able to come to Flint. I'm not the one inviting her. Flint without a protest. She is the author of Flint Fatigue. Whitmer, Nessel, Wright have blood on their hands. Please wake up. Hey, Mark, I don't know what else to tell you.
I think it was just funny, like the list of attendees that are going to be there. And it's, like I said on my post and reboot, they need everybody's vote. And I've said it before on the podcast, but when they make these visits to Flint, it's always invite only. And I don't understand, especially when they need everybody's vote. And you got, let me see, who's going to be there? Governor Whitmer's office, a few folks from her office, they say. They're going to be joined by State Rep Cynthia Neely. Well, it says their team. Her team, State Senator John Cherry's team. It doesn't necessarily say they're going to be there. They just say the team. U.S. Senator Alyssa Slotkin's team. Senator Gary Peters' team.
Ain't he retiring?
I don't know. Congresswoman Kristen McDonald Ribbett's team. Mayor Sheldon Neely and his team. The Unemployment Insurance Agency. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, the Michigan Secretary of State's mobile unit, the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, the Michigan Department of Lifelong Education Advancement and Potential, and the Genesee County Community Action Resource, well, G-Card. So yeah, I don't know why the hell they putting all of them people in one room. Usually when she comes to Flint, her faith leader is there.
He won't be there. He gonna be there.
I think Chris Martin will be there.
I know.
I think this is a redeem meeting.
They love a redemption.
And what's the other one? I do believe that ambassador lady's gonna be there. I could be wrong.
Both of them are just one.
Hopefully A10 gets some coverage so we can see who's gonna be there. Because I believe they're gonna be there.
Don't you gotta register to go, right?
Or share with anybody else. It's public. They can't stop you. Well, they can, but you can still film. It's all windows.
It said, can anyone register to attend that meeting? Now, they're going to make it a watch.
But the thing about it, you can go and see. Don't let that deter you from just registering and not going, because it says pass it along to anybody, family and friends that you think would be interested. So yeah, I'm passing along to all of y'all. All of y'all my friends. So go ahead and see.
I'm Keisha Denise. I'm probably out the voting game. I am. I'm done. I know a lot of people gonna be. I'm done. I didn't had enough of my politicians. I'm out.
What?
Yeah, I'm out. They said, while the event is open to anyone, we wanted to reach out personally to invite you as someone who's interacted with our office before.
And then down at the bottom, whoever is clipping that, at the bottom it said, please feel free to share with any family and friends that you think may want to attend.
Yeah, I'm all done. I'm out. I seen enough of this thing. Vote for Democrat, Republican. You right. I voted for Gretchen Whitmer too. I'm not gonna lie. Should have put that down there too. I voted for Kamala and Gretchen. Delgin, that's all you can do, brother. So how y'all feel about that? You know what? I saw something yesterday. I did once. I hope to see you there. We appreciate you letting us know if you plan to stop by, so we can expect you by using the link below. Feel free to share with friends or family that you think will be interested. Sonia, Cameron Hardy, you ain't never late.
I just read that.
I wanted to put it up for the people to see.
So what else? What else is going? Y'all dry this morning. Y'all dry. What the hell was you and Trevor talking about?
Oh, we did national little politics.
Okay, well, what was y'all talking about? Let's talk about it.
The
I'm
people in
piggybacking on what y'all
Mexico
was talking about.
want the Americans up out of there. They was busting the windows out. They were saying we gonna unalive the gringo. Gringo and Mexican stand for white. Because people don't know. So I guess they protesting about how Trump them sending want to deport the people back. So it's like it's getting a little it's getting a little crazy out here right now. It's getting a little crazy with this protesting and stuff. You see, like ICE out there, they doing ICE raids in California right now. And I think it was MacArthur Park. MacArthur, if I'm saying MacArthur, if I'm saying it wrong, my California people, please enlighten me. But the ICE people, but they didn't arrest nobody though. And you got the mayor of California, Los Angeles, telling. When I say California, Los Angeles, I'm thinking is it Karen Bass? Listen, it's this deporting thing. It's finna turn this thing into a big mess. Believe me, because they showed in Brooklyn with the Haitians, they was fighting back. So I don't know how many people gonna let their people just get took out.
I always wondered, like, why is he like dumping trillions of dollars into this border wall for Mexico? Never thought about building a border wall for Canada. It's like
different country, different.
I mean, but you saying you want to keep the border safe? That one's wide open up above us. So why are we so focused on Mexico? Like, I feel like in the government and politics, it's always like a derailment. Let us keep them focused on Mexico, knowing no damn wall ain't gonna keep nobody out this country. But let's keep them focused on Mexico and the Middle East, and I'm doing all my deals everywhere else. Like he ain't said nothing about China.
MacArthur. Okay, Park is melting in the dark. Okay, RJK. Yeah, I was watching it this morning. Y'all know when I be up, I get up. It's like, right, Lord said different colors. Angela Net, because they brown. I mean, it's crazy what's going on, but I think
they got a lot of brown folks in Canada.
But the politicians started this, though. But who running it? Tell me who the prime minister, you let me know their cabinet, and that'll tell me everything you need to know. They might have brown people there. I'm not going to say Canada don't. Have they had a brown president yet?
Who, Canada?
Yeah.
No, I had no clue. I know it's a lot of people that's going to Canada. Oh, yeah. I seen that, Angela. He wants Canada to be the 50th state.
You would, too. You don't want your enemies to be able to come over there. That's why you think.
But he's never really focused anything on Canada. Like, if you're talking about border patrol, if you're talking about border safety, why not protect all the borders? Why just?
Because they feel like ain't nobody escaping over leaving Canada to come here. That's what I'm guessing.
It's parts of Canada like I actually talked with someone for a long time from Canada yesterday. It's parts of Canada where you can just go in the trees and you be over in the United States. Nobody ever know.
I mean, they say you can walk over there.
So it's like, if you're talking about border patrol and border safety and you doing all this to secure our country, why not all the borders? Why are we just focusing on Mexico?
Well, they focusing on Mexico because to me, it came down to this. Oh, Dildon Johnson said he got something for you. Just for you to know, Justin Trudeau once did blackface, if that counts, and he was the prime minister. I mean, hey, it is what it is. They probably just saying it's rough over here, right? He's racist, but Canada supplies a lot of our natural gas and lumber. He has imperialistic goals for it. Trump. I think like this Canada thing. I believe this is a Democrat and Republican thing because Democrats, y'all keep forgetting, like y'all want to forget about Biden. The Democrats, them, invited them to come in. I feel like they invited them to come in.
Invited who?
As I don't want to call people illegal, just say the immigrants that's coming, people that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? I think they wanted them in, and they looked at the Democrats looked at that was a voting base for them. But when they voted Republican, it didn't turn out right. Because you got to remember, a lot of Latinos voted Republican. And now the way Trump is deporting them, when you think that, like, I mean, I've been watching some stuff on TikTok, on all the social media platforms. Undocumented, right? Let me get that right. Undocumented. And it really, you got fights on both sides, to be honest with you, as far as the undocumented. I feel if you come over here, because remember, we the only ones got brought here. Got shipped here. Didn't want to come, but got brought here. So we here. If you is gonna come here, I do believe you should come the right way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking nobody. Come in, do it the right way. But what and I understand what some of the plights of the people from when they did bring the undocumented in and drop them in different parts of where everybody, different parts of the country. How could they come in and get all the social benefits? Because you know what I'm saying? They can come in and get this. I remember the mother in Chicago where she was saying how we can't get none, but they can get this. Like, to me, how can you not help your own that's been here and you're gonna help ones who just got here? That's what I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? When you seeing these mothers crying, saying they need help, then you seeing the other ones, they staying in the nice hotels in New York and they was doing this and they getting 3,000 on their card, and you been here all your life and you suffering. Because go to some of these neighborhoods. Some of these neighborhoods are terrible. You would think you was in a third world country.
You ain't lying. When I was telling them we don't even have clean water here in Flint yet, they were like, wow, that's crazy. Yes, it is crazy. Especially when we're sending money to other parts of the world to help them out and rebuild their infrastructure. They need to work on that here.
I'm with you, new one, with this. I got to put this up here. They got loans for businesses, but FBAs couldn't get none. And if you don't know what FBA is, it's called a Foundational Black American. Just to let people know, if y'all don't know what FBAs is, a Foundational Black American. Just putting that out there. Words are hard, but I broke that one down easy.
Did you know one of our bumpers also told me Pastor Gaddis said that they found lead in their water down there in the city?
Yeah, he was on it. Did you see the storms that
in
hit
Texas?
Yeah, like I gave prayers out to the families. Anytime you lose, like them was kids.
We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm still saying give them prayer because they was in the chat talking about it, saying how it hit the different places. Like the Carolinas got hit with the storms, and they saying some more storms may be coming. All I'm saying is watch the weather. For my biblical people, I said that earlier. Since y'all so into the book, as they call it, the good book, you will know it will be rumors of wars. You will see storms in diverse places. It is. The people who, if you really are a spiritual person, if you believe in the signs of the time, and that's all in the book. It's all in the book. That's all I'm gonna say. If you watch the weather, it's all in the book.
Maria put up something about the in-home pipe replacement.
Who they helping?
She got to qualify. Don't know the qualifications for it. Everything else, you got to qualify around here.
That's the fine print before you go buy your stuff. You don't read at the bottom.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that makes me angry when that makes me go back to that governor's invite meeting, whatever they happen over there at the public library, so they can address the issues. Like, it's the same issues every time you come, Gretchen Whitmer. Our water is not fixed. We still have to drink water from the tap. So I don't want to hear about, the service lines have been replaced. And
I'm gonna get some water from Boone House and bring it here one day.
We need clean water that we can drink from the tap again without a filter. Crime is high here in Flint. And you said 8 years ago, you said it. I didn't. Fix the damn roads. You ain't fixed shit. It's still holes here in every damn road. But I'm sure, I'm almost positive they gonna bring you down the most beautiful streets that we got in Flint. And you will not hit a bump on your way to the library.
What street is that? They gonna bring in a helicopter?
They probably just gonna take her down Saginaw Street and just, when they
Certain
turn
parts?
and let her, certain parts. They don't take them past Burston.
Nah, certain
It's like a limit.
They doing the streets right now. So certain parts ain't all the way together. And all the way together through downtown.
It's crazy.
You're gonna hit a bunch of rocks patches. Maybe her tire can catch a flat up here. She can roll over some of these nails and see what we going through.
She should know.
Or hit a pothole and then mess up her wheel bearings.
She should know.
Maybe all her lights will come on when the car hit a pothole and she'll see.
She should know. I had posted this video in Reboot, and it was telling you about the connections and stuff that's going on here. Chip plants. Did you guys get a chance to watch that? I'm wondering if I could send it in real quick and get them to pop it up on the screen.
Did you see the waste and all this stuff that the people been getting sick when they've been bringing like these supercomputers and all that stuff here, all this stuff they trying to bring here, the environmental hazardous that's going on?
No, tell me about it.
They just had one where they did the battery packs. Where the supercomputers at, people been getting sick because the waste go back into the water stream. That's what they not telling people. Just like GM was dumping this waste back into the Flint River stream.
Well, remember when I went out to the Genesee County water pollution plant, and I talked about that, like they save all of that sludge, aka poop.
Yeah.
And then they do something and recycle it and they send it back out to the lake and shift it back and it comes back in. Sludge.
I'm just telling you what, like they bring all, let me see, the bricks downtown out Flint are lifting already. Wow.
Well, that another $2 million coming.
Then they just did that last summer. They had to go back over
2 or 3 times. They said they put the bricks down the first time and they forgot to add the sealer to it.
Man, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I just sent a short video, you guys. Hopefully we can play it. It's just a 2-minute and 15-second clip, but it's power packed with a lot of information.
Yeah, see, yes, lithium is dangerous. They gonna bring a lithium battery plant here. They don't care about no people.
A lithium battery plant where?
I'm saying, is they gonna bring one here?
I don't know.
When Flint supposed to get a battery pack, they was gonna be doing the battery packs and stuff. They don't care.
I heard about a chip plant. I didn't hear about a battery plant.
I thought we were supposed to have dead batteries here.
Chips. All I heard of. Who said that? Who said something about a battery?
Detroit boy said.
I think the mega site down in I think it was Mundy is supposed to be batteries, guys. Just
you said batteries where?
The Mundy town.
Mundy
mega site.
Yeah, a Chinese firm.
I didn't know.
Here, let me get your video up. I had it down.
No problemo.
Damn, it said, yeah. I mean, wow. What's happening in Mundy Township? I mean, they gonna create a mega site.
Oh, good to have you back.
Advertising with 18.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. So the New Federal State of China is also known as the Chinese whistleblower movement. So what we did and have been doing is to expose the CCP's collusion with the global elites and the American sellout.
Yeah, and we're going to start in my home state of Michigan. We've had a lot of conversations about battery factories and chip factories and all sorts of high-tech places as big as 5 million square feet covering 1,500, 2,000 acres of farmland, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But you say there's a very cozy relationship between the CCP and the governor and others here in Michigan. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the CCP has been spending a lot of time and resources developing a cozy relationship with the Michigan State representative. And so I saw in the CCP's propaganda website, the CCP's Consul General in Chicago, Zhao Jian, actually developed a very cozy relationship with your governor, Gretchen Whitmer, and the mayors of Detroit and mayor of Lansing, and also the head of the Michigan Department of Agriculture. So they're not just trying to build a battery plant in Grand Rapids, they're also eyeing on the great state of Michigan's agricultural business. For example, they developed a relationship with the Michigan Corn Growers Business and Dairy Farmers Association and Soybean Association. So I think this sends a very alarming call to the people in Michigan that the CCP is going after your abundant natural resources.
Corn, beans,
soybean,
dairy,
yes,
any
all
agricultural
of it.
product of value to China, they're trying to get as much control of as possible, is what you're telling me.
Exactly. So if the state of Michigan is going to surrender the entire food supply chain to the hands of the CCP, that's exactly what we're going to see in the coming years. So battery plant is just the very beginning.
What's your thoughts on that?
Terrible. It once again profit over the people. It's about money. They don't care about. It's no different than we see in America going. You seeing what's that? These countries. I mean, going into these other countries, opening up their businesses.
Just a little bit of housekeeping on that. That comes to us from Real America's
Alexa,
Voice.
where you at? Are you? Can they hear you? Or
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just giving credit to where it came from. I don't want someone coming in and going, "Oh, well, they." No. Giving credit where it came from.
Good people. Darnell Dumas. Good morning, brother Dumas. Good morning. Alan L. Good morning. Who was Big Boston tapped in? Big Boss. Good morning. China represents control. Taiwan, Hong Kong, the Philippines, the Chinese waterways. Wow. Teacher lady, Real American is right wing bias source. China's going all over the world buying up land. I can believe that.
But did you hear the connection where they were talking about Whitmer and the governor of Detroit? Like, what did you think about that?
Really, it's just I forgot what was something I was watching. Well, or was it Dustin when he said Gretchen Whitmer saying her last thing before she was due is to get that site up. So it just goes like it's just to me it's like it's nothing new. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised as far as how they coming in because this is them life after. You know what I'm saying? Being in the being the governor. She just setting it up for her to have some pay, make some money. And then we looking at ain't the Detroit mayor running for governor? Mm-hmm. It's starting to make a little sense now. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have the same thing going on. He coming in because they acting like he the shoe in to win. Mm-hmm. So I mean, what can we do? What can the residents do? And these Democrats, I mean, what can the residents do? You tell people to vote, they vote. And then these people get in and have a different agenda.
Right, but they're telling you like what the agenda is right here. They're showing you the connections. They're showing you what they're trying to do. They're telling you about how China is invading the country, especially Michigan, and all the little dots.
Well, who let them come in? Because they can't come in unless you open the door.
I don't think it's so much about who let them come in. They're here.
No. It's called business. This is what they doing. If Gretchen Whitmer didn't want to do business, don't you know they could shut that down? They could shut that down right off the dribble. They seeing dollar signs. If you see in China ain't just doing business in America, China over there in Africa doing business too. She doing business in the Middle East too. That's like they no different than Ashley Capital when they came in and do business in Flint. Didn't Ashley Capital get what they wanted?
Yeah, but it's a little bit bigger than
that's
Ashley
all
Capital.
I'm saying. But that's all I'm saying. It's on a bigger scale. But did Ashley Capital did not come in and get millions?
I don't. I think they got a tax break. I don't.
Millions, wasn't it?
They got a tax break.
But was it worth millions that they got a tax break on?
But they had. It's not like they putting it in their pocket. Explain.
If you get a tax break, you don't have. Just say you don't have to pay taxes for 30 years.
Right.
So where do that money go that you didn't make, that you ain't had to pay taxes on?
I mean, I don't see where they're making any money here. They were supposed to redevelop all of that land. I see 1, 2, 3 buildings.
Land is money. They ain't buying land for no reason. Because they know eventually, see, we be thinking short term. They buy land. They might just be buying. You saw a building up over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they put that building up for a reason. We might don't see it, but it's put up there for a reason. Ain't no billionaires spending money. Well, Fortune 500 companies. You know how much it probably cost them to put that building up over there on Hamilton?
I know, but
them taxes write-off, though. Tax write-offs. I'm just saying that. Tell them again, common sense. Tax incentives equal money. That's what I'm saying. It's like
I thought we was talking about China. We didn't way to Ashley Capital. I
was just using Ashley Capital on a smaller level. When you were just saying, I'm talking about how you can get these tax breaks. I was just using it on a small level. That's what I was saying. They thinking long term. Then you see the lady in there. She said this might happen in the next couple of years. They're gonna push their agenda through.
You see Sally Belly. China tried to do it in the South, buying hundreds of acres of land and put the Southern governors, but the Southern governors said no, they can't own that much land in the South.
And once again, I said if the people didn't let them in, and who came right on in, Gretchen Whitmer, let's do business.
But you know what? And like I said, I've been talking to some people, and what I find interesting is that, you know, you keep saying they let them in, but America is the only country where you don't have to be here to purchase land. And China owns a lot of land.
Ben, who you think bought Disneyland?
China owns a lot of land here in America.
How much U.S. debt do they own? A lot of it. So if China just said,
you
listen,
said U.S. debt.
You got to go deeper in that. Yeah, United States own a lot of U.S. debt. And if China ever say, let's time to pay the piper, you're going to see America catch the pneumonia. See, China on all our pork, Smithfield. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mark. I know land is like having money in the bank, just like the water is liquid gold.
Who you think own our ports? We done sold our ports to foreign countries, which is crazy. Yeah, she kind of bought up U.S. bad bonds. So I told you, because China, they hold a lot of our debt. That's why America really don't want to go to really talking that junk to China. If they said pay up, it's over, baby. You know what, Detroit boy? That's the only thing keeping our dollar up is our military. Because we saying if you don't take it, we'll whoop you. Okay, as of last data, Japan holds the largest amount of foreign and U.S. debt among foreign countries. Following Japan, United Kingdom, and China are also significant holders of U.S. debt. While these foreign entities hold a substantial portion, the majority of U.S. debt is actually held by domestic entities, including the U.S. government itself. Is that really wow? Riri with us. Good morning. I spoke to Mickey and Trevor. When does council? Oh, they don't start back to what? July 23rd.
Adjournment of meetings. What did Davina say? Okay, in the special affairs committee meeting scheduled for 5:30. They will resume on Wednesday, July 23rd. Beginning with a special council meeting on Wednesday, July 23rd, but they said the starting time will be announced later.
I I mean, would it be like a week before the election?
Let me pull my calendar up.
It's the 2nd, no, 5th, my bad. Okay, Allen says Smithfield was a U.S. pork processing factory here in the South purchased by the Chinese. Boy, I tell you, that money.
So they come back on the 23rd, and then the election is August the 5th. So
What
they
up,
come
Jeff
back less
Johnson?
than 2 weeks.
Then for the election?
Yeah, that's probably a council meeting we don't want a lot of people to go to because we don't want y'all to go to jail.
Hey,
I think that we need to be out on the streets instead of being at the council meetings.
Facts.
Not really helping down there. People need to go hang out on the streets and try to help Miss Beverly Biggs get in office.
Facts. I mean, yeah, it's coming down to the stretch. It's coming down to it's coming down to the stretch. But I'm telling you, after this one, I'm out, family. I'm out on the politics in 20. What I just get?
You said after this election, we out of politics?
I said I am.
We're going on vacation.
You didn't hear me say we. I said I. You hear I. No,
well,
I'm just
saying.
What
are you gonna do?
I mean, no, I'm gonna still cover it, but I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna be telling people who to vote for, do this and that no more. I'm out of that game. I'm just gonna step on out. I'm gonna cover it and give it to the best I can get, but I'm out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
he says that every week.
I put money. I'll show you because I don't
next
believe
year is the
in
election year. What the hell is we doing here? What the heliante? Next year is election year. You're making a big announcement that you're out of the political game.
Yeah, I said I was. It's more people who can cover it. It's on 810 can cover that. I don't have to be all up in it like this and that no more.
What are you gonna talk about?
Talk about the politicians. I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna be able to talk about the politicians. Sit back, you know what I'm saying? See what they doing. Speak on the ones that's good.
Raphael, what the hell?
Yeah, no, I mean, I ain't say I wasn't gonna cover it. I'll be there covering it, but I mean, politics is what politics is. I don't see how you can change a corrupt system. I believe
right, system, Woodrow. Don't say y'all. I ain't never say I was gonna be out the game.
I said me. I did say I said me. I'm not speaking. I heard me. Me. Hey,
Riri, is anyone helping Ms. Biggs? I am not on her campaign committee, so I don't know. If they send me something and say that they're organizing or meeting up, I read it and I put it out there for our people here in Flint. I have no idea who's a part of her team or when she's out there. I just know from that one flyer that Shantae had posted.
And it's 1,800 people registered voters. I forgot. I didn't mention that yesterday. There's 1,800 registered voters, I think, in the 3rd ward, if I'm not mistaken. 1,800. So
hopefully 300 people will come out and vote. And they probably got 1,000 absentee ballots in already.
I mean, listen.
I mean, ballots are out. Absentee ballots are out. It should be, I think if I was on the campaign team, it should be a list generated once a week, every other day down at the clerk's office. They can pick up, see who absentee got sent out an absentee ballot. And then you go and knock on the door and make sure that they turned it back in. And hopefully they put, check the box with your name on it or put it in or whatever they got to do. That's just a little helpful hint. That's what I would be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I see Big T says she knocking doors. I'm thinking, because I see C. I'm thinking he might have just missed the H up in there. She knocking doors, because that's the only thing you can do. You got to get out there and knock them doors. Like I said, people got to see who gonna help them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to tell nobody. Like I say, 26 is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, be honest with you. What's the purpose of well, then we got bad information again. Miss Harris said it's about 7,500 on roll and about 5,500 registered voters in 3rd ward. Well, I got sent some bad information. My bad.
Mm. 5,500 registered voters in
Oh,
third
okay. Nell
world.
says she's knocking on doors every day.
That's right,
Thank you.
Miss
She's knocking on
Biggs.
doors every day. That's the
Get
only
that
way you can
list.
get it.
Get that absentee ballot list. See who was sent absentee ballots and get out there. Get to them houses.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go ahead. Look, they gotta want to go ahead and vote on who they want to vote for. Like I say, this some of this stuff. I get it with some people who don't want to be yeah, I get it, man. Like I say, I done just seen too much of the system. I'm saying the National Democratic Party, like me and Brother Elliot been talking about the Gate Bull or the Boule. I've been watching a lot of their stuff though. What can you do? I mean, what really can you do? We expect these people to get up in here and to change and hoping they're gonna do the right thing. Man, listen, that Jordan Sheraton book is making way more sense than I ever seen. You go in there with millionaires and billionaires, you come out with a couple 100,000. It's different. I done seen too many people get in these positions and change. Not all, but somehow the ones who run the show keep them 5 to 6 votes on council. I'm just telling you what I done seen. From what I've been watching, that they keep they 5 to 6 votes on council. You done came on plenty of times. Hey, the mayor said, I give him his respect. The deal is done behind this out here. It's theatrics. I mean, what else? They voted this down. I mean, they went on vacation, came back. You get 14 resolutions passed. He got $4 million passed, kept 300,000 out. I might be off a little of my figures, but 14 resolutions get passed to the consent agenda, and then you pull with 3 of them or 2 of them out, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, wow.
I think the whole system is just crazy. I don't understand, and I'll never understand how we can even have a true election here in Flint, Michigan, when the voter roll is not updated. That bothers me. It should bother everybody, but I'm the only one that seems to keep mumbling on about it every day. The voter roll is not updated. How can you have a true election?
Well, I'm seeing now it's coming back. They were still updating their system. So how do we know what's right and what's wrong?
That's what I've been saying, hoping that somebody would have grabbed onto it by now. I don't have the power to do anything about it.
Listen, what I seen, you ain't nothing being changed. We didn't have nothing but crooked people in the seats. Everybody act like they scared to say these people who been in these seats have this helped themselves and helped the people that they cool with. Let's just be honest. Because ain't nowhere in the world you can have from Ward 1 all the way to Ward 9. Well, you know what? I don't know how 8 and 9 Ward, how they water smelling over there. But I know in that first, second, and third, and fifth, water stink. I know, and I know my family that's living in the 7th Ward don't drink their water. They drinking bottled water. So I'm just saying, if you can get these people up on here that don't want to speak on the water, and you got a lady from the 7th Ward that don't she do water? Candace, ain't she work for the water? I mean, do a water thing. She said on there, but she told her I don't drink it without a filter. But to be honest with y'all, Candace not drinking that water. Ain't nobody on that council. You go down to Dennis fight for them. If y'all thinking they drinking down from they tap faucet, y'all crazy as hell. So
I agree with you. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, what more can you do? Like, I don't know. I've been seeing, listen, I get it. I'm not impressed. That's what I'm saying. What more do y'all want people to do? How many times can you keep going down to council filming it? To me, it didn't just came down to okay, it get boring. I'll be down there falling asleep some days down there. Cause I'm like, really what? I'm not impressed by all they doing hollering and then people getting arrested. Like this is really turning bad. And who winning from it? The ones who run it. When you got to battle against the judges, you can't even go to the judge and you gonna work PPOs that get put on you. After all the stuff we done found out the type of individual Chris Martin was. We heard how he used his friendship, his relationship with the mayor to help allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going by the things I heard allegedly. Help get his daughter beat a case. Then you hear about when he was threatening people. I'm gonna call the sheriff call the police on you. I mean, you showing his relationships. Then we come find out allegedly, he's the governor is very fond of him. Now we done seen with him talking about. See, people just looking at the text messages. We done seen him talk about the LGBTQ community, but we saw him do that live when he was down in, what's the brother name? Devontae Powell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Devontae Powell. When he was, 9-4 said they water still brown. Okay, I didn't know because I'm not really in the 9-4. But thank you, Karen Malone, for ain't none of the water fixed. But going back to this man, do you know these people know this water not fixed?
Yeah.
You got Chris Martin. He, like I say, he talked about Devon. Like, but I'm gonna be honest. Us black people, man, we can dog each other out like never before. Let's just be real. We can dog each other out like never before. That's why you didn't see Dana Nessel had no problem with him talking about, because he was talking about Devontae Powell. Now, I've been hearing everybody say why the LGBTQ community ain't came out and attacked him. You know why? Because he was talking about a black person. I know y'all probably don't want to hear that when it comes down to the LGBT, the community, the plus community. If I'm saying it wrong, there's a lot of numbers in there. Letters, my bad. A lot of letters in there.
LGBTQIA+.
Yeah, hey, listen, I can barely get my name together. It's a lot of letters in there. So what I'm saying is, when you seeing this going down, why they didn't come run and get on him about it? Why they didn't? Because you know why they not gonna get on him about it? Because he was attacking his own. Now, if he go out here and call somebody else out like that, that's not of that color, yeah, you probably gonna get some pushback.
I doubt it.
You might. I mean, you never know.
AC talked about Dana Nessel.
And he did, but they knew AC ain't nobody major. What is he carrying here?
Quietness and the mirror in his pocket, allegedly. I'm just saying.
But
Nobody heard from.
But that ain't no allegedly. That's damn near a fact. That what AC doing. Hey, when have you seen he was against Chris Martin? Was against him. AC came out supporting Chris Martin. You got to look at that. He didn't even come support people getting snatched out of cars.
He didn't, and
that was elders.
Crazy. He didn't even stand up and support Miss Taylor when Paul called her a bitch.
Cause why was he gonna do that?
Because Miss Taylor is his supporter. She supports AC and the NAACP. You couldn't stand up for her, but you come and write this beautiful apology post for Chris Martin. That's just crazy to me. I don't understand how anybody could support AC.
Because AC listen, I'm not saying he boule, but it's just telling you the boule have expanded. They got the pastors, bishops, they got the blacks, the divine nine. I'm just saying, AC feel he really, and this might be my humble opinion. I could be wrong, but AC think he's some HNIC around here. I'm just telling you. He really think he's something. He want to get in that seat. You know why? Because he want monies.
Precious said, "What's the topic this morning, baby?" I'm piggybacking off of them.
I just put, I'm not happy.
I had a headache.
I just said today I wasn't happy. That was the title of the show.
What you mad about today?
Everything I done seen. I mean, like this whole thing here, like I said, give a shout out to Jed and his squad. I see the problems they coming up under. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to help people, man, don't nobody. To me, it's like they saw the resistance he had in Flint, and I feel like that's what Harvey becoming a resistance now. I just feel like that, even how I seen that lady was out there when she was talking junk was all up in his face. But don't nobody know like the disrespect that people get for trying to tell the truth. They don't know the disrespect that they get. They don't know the games that be played. You know what I'm saying? I see that new one, and I can believe it. But that's another thing. Why don't no blacks own no dispensary?
You just go from one topic to the next.
I don't care because I'm not happy with it. Nah, because I'm not happy right now.
Go ahead. I'm piggyback up
Nah,
on you
I'm
so I
looking
keep
what new
up.
one just said. Dana Ness only became the AG because she wanted to make sure dispensaries were legalized for revenue, not to help Flint at all. And I ain't seen no brother own a dispensary. Let me just tell you that. They didn't figure out this minority game so real. Anybody fall up on a minority right now. I mean, come on, man. Like I say, AC the church has been quiet as a church mouse, to be honest with you. Where the concerned pastors at when these people was getting attacked down there?
They can't say nothing.
You know why they can't?
Been through that 1,000 times.
I know they took the money, but this what I wanted to say. I forgot. Can somebody please go get them 14 resolutions that got passed through? I want to see what God will vote for these resolutions, what God add in this mix. Because I'm just saying, I hear people say, I vote with my conviction, what God tell me to do. I want to see what them 14 things that the God would have voted for that. That's what I got to start asking. Where's God at in this when they doing this voting? I'm sick of this stuff now. Who was the black-owned dispo? No, my sister. He had them. He had the connect. He had the people with the complexion was business partners with him.
What are you talking about?
I'm looking at what Tia Harris said. She said, Mickey, sometimes telling the truth cause you to lose your life when you're in politics. I mean, we all gonna die one day anyway, beloved. Let me just say that to you. We all gonna die one day. So everybody think they gonna live forever. I'd rather die in the truth than live in a lie. We all gonna do that. Now, if you think if Allah says it's my time to go, ain't nothing I can do. It's time to go. But to sitting up here with these, like the stuff that's going on now, you can come on here with a cross on, water still messed up. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I know if King can do it again, he would have probably changed. He'd be, I'm not finna throw my life away for these ninjas. All you gotta do is go look at Jesus. I watch how everybody, to this, I want to be like Peter. Go look at them when Jesus told them, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Go watch the disciples, how you had one didn't even know him, denied him. So you think that I don't think that these people will try to knock a person off. I mean, we just ain't stepped on the right truth yet. We probably getting close to it because believe me, the what they feel about us don't mean nothing. That's why I don't be paying attention to people that be trying to take shots at me. If they ain't talking about nothing, they go out the other way. I don't pay no attention to them. So I know the ones at the top ain't paying no attention to us. It's just me. Hopefully I don't fall in that court system or try to fall into none of the stuff I have to go deal with them where I know how it's gonna be. And thank God I don't do everything for money. Money, all money ain't good money, and I do believe in that. I'm not gonna chase a dollar like that. If it calls for me to I gotta, I gotta change who I am. No, they said they got a black man. Hold up, let me see this right here. What Sally Belly said. Sally Belly said they got a black man in charge of helping people get their dispensary's license for what the heck a walker them down speaker help walk them down speak on their behalf counsel. Sally Belly, I couldn't get them last one. I just tell you that them words were hard for me to get through that. New one. They don't know nobody believe that. I told y'all when I came with that, I got crucified. Jesus also turned over tables and whipped people out of the temple. I keep telling them, but they fill these churches up every Sunday. Don't get it twisted. Jesus was a revolutionary. That's how you know ain't none of these people really revolutionaries, because Jesus wouldn't come on in and shut the door. Like he was out here fighting. I don't, man. Look, I don't. Thank you, Christy Coleman. I was talking to a good brother yesterday that was telling me something. He was like, man, we scared like we not gonna die. We all gonna die anyway. But at least be a man, die standing up and not a coward. Let's see. Okay, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis said he had his eye appointment, and they bringing in water bottles. Water is bad in the hospital. We would know, because wasn't the water bad here in the Flint hospitals?
I'm running trying to catch up. What the fuck is you talking
Don't
about?
worry about it. Just listen. Sometimes it's just good to listen. Sometimes it's good to listen. Sometimes it's just good to listen. You know,
our water's still bad. I don't know what you're talking about. Our water ain't fixed yet.
No, I'm saying I'm reading what Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis said. He said, Mickey, I'm here at my eye appointment. They bringing in water bottles.
I be telling Mickey to put the comments on the screen so I can see.
You got a screen right over there.
I can't tap the damn things to put it up there so I can see. You know how them comments is
sometimes
going?
You just have to read from your screen. You can see. That's what I do. I read from my screen.
I'm following from you today. I told you I got a headache, so I'm piggybacking off of you.
Just sit back and listen sometimes. I'm just telling you. But anyway, family, that's why you got to be careful who you put in them seats. Don't let everybody come smile in your face. I like they saying checking them. Now I got to see how you rolling. If I seen you bent like this or bent like that, I'm not telling people to vote for you. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming out of it. I don't care if we friends. If you been on BS, you're getting called out in 26. That's what I'm like. I don't want to be like, oh, we all gonna be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that once this 5th is over with, I pray. Beautiful Beverly Biggs Levy win that. I'm like, cause I'm like, listen, if you're doing wrong, you're getting called out, point blank. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be like, I can't say this because this my friend. No, listen, I'd rather just tell the truth. I'd rather tell the truth. So if you come in there, if you're going in there, think you just finna play the game, calling you out. I don't care if it was my mama. You're getting called out. I'm just telling you how I'm rolling with it now. I done seen too many people get in them little seats, want to be close to them people who got the money. I'm not gonna say the names, but I seen a lot of our black people running behind these people who got money, like if they gonna get them the money. In politics, so many ninjas been bought and paid for in this thing. I just sit back and be watching, laughing, like, yep. I just be sitting back watching and laughing, like, yep. It's all fun and games. Now let me see what Riri said. Riri said it's not the churches, Mickey. It's about positions and titles. Some of our black men only feel important when given a position. I believe that. They get a position and they get a couple women looking at them. They think they done arrived. They think they done arrived after she done been through about 20 of them, but that's neither here nor there.
Huh?
Nah, you not just don't worry about what I'm talking about.
No. You just said the men think they arrived, but the women.
No, I said the women come blowing their head up and they think they done became something. I said after she didn't had her, whoever she was with before him, maybe the one or two people. Damn, that's what you caught? You caught all of that. You caught all of that. Didn't catch nothing before that.
I'm trying.
Yeah, but you caught that though. I didn't say nothing about no cash apps. I just said about Mickey. That's funny. I got to be a little sarcastic. Hey.
I'm not aggravated, Lydia. My damn head hurting this morning. I told you some mornings I'm gonna piggyback off of them. My head hurt. So.
Nah, ain't no fun. Everybody fall down, Big T, but I don't think it's no fun. This politics game, it's too much for me. I'm telling you, it's too much. I can't. Listen, I'm not even voting for president next year. I mean, not next year, governor. I'm not voting for president in the next 3 years. How
you gonna tell somebody else?
I'm not telling nobody. Didn't you just hear what I said after this one? I'm out. Did you hear me say after the 5th? I'm out. Because the people, what you just had played earlier, then you just see, ain't the Detroit mayor finna run for governor? If whatever that is true. Because I don't know if that message that was played, you know what I'm saying? From what I'm saying.
You just said last week, people have died for our right to vote.
And what have we got?
Just gonna give up?
No, I ain't say I'm giving up. I'm just
you
not.
Just said you
no, but you listen again. I'm not putting my faith thinking we finna vote our way out of this situation. I don't think it'll happen. We've been voting. How long you been voting?
Since I was 18.
Has anything changed?
Yes.
What changed?
The economy.
Okay, what changed in the economy?
I mean, everything.
I'm like telling you, it's something you can piggyback and pick out what changed.
Gentrification.
Better yet, let me rephrase it.
Gentrification.
Gentrification, but let me rephrase it. How has voting helped the Black community in the last 10 years? And I'm telling Black people to vote. I'm not telling y'all not to vote. Please vote.
But you just not voting.
I'm out.
I don't know how it's helped that Black community in the last 10 years, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like we keep voting our own demise every year, every 4 years. How many, however often is in the election. Nothing really changes for us. We've been conditioned and brought up as a people to vote Democrat. Like Democrat is the right way. And if you look at all of our Democratic communities, we're all poor. At the end of the day, they're all poor and rundown communities. I've never seen a Martin Luther King Boulevard looking like Rodeo Drive. It's always in the hood. It's always run down. I mean, if anybody,
not all
where?
Republicans, you got
Give
the
me-
rural area.
I'm talking about Martin Luther
Yeah,
King.
yeah,
They
yeah,
have
yeah.
one in every city, and it's never beautiful.
Mm-mm.
It may be like 1 or 2 blocks beautiful, but I've never seen like the whole strip just nice and beautiful. Our inner cities are democratically run into the ground. Again, council starts back probably
July.
a week and 4 days before the election, July 23rd, I believe it was.
23rd. Just look at, then we vote for, I voted for Gretchen. I went Democratic totally down the thing in Michigan. What did Gretchen Whitmer do?
You told me to sit back and listen.
No, you said you wanted to. I asked you a question. What did Gretchen Whitmer? I'm just telling you, I voted for Gretchen Whitmer. I can vouch for. I voted Democratic down the thing.
So why did you vote? I'm gonna throw it back at you. Why did you vote for Gretchen Whitmer?
Because she said she was gonna fix the roads and fix the Flint water thing. That's why I voted for her.
She said that 4 years ago.
That's what I'm telling you. The first time when I voted, I didn't vote for her this time. I voted independent. Being honest with you. The first time when she voted, if I knew what I knew now, that's why I didn't vote for her the second time. When you can come on and say I don't know how it got leaked out that she had Flint fatigue. Do you know how the people was having us saying we need to bring the water pods back? And at the whole time, the concerned pastors and Melissa Mays knew they was getting paid. I can't even tell you to go back in 21 when we was talking about bringing the water pods back, but it's documented. But the whole time they knew the water pods weren't coming back. How many people rang their alarm on that?
It's crazy.
I'm just serious. How many people was ringing the alarm on that the water pot? Then you got 2 pastors who signed on to it, but they preaching every Sunday. Because that was their signatures. How can you have 2 pastors to sign on to take away in the water pots? But these spiritual leaders was called by God. Because they all say they was called. They woke up, God said, come to me, my son.
Right, Taz. Voting for empty promises. That's all we've been doing.
That's what. Look what here. What did Neely say he was going to do when he got in?
The first thing that he said he was going to do back in 2019, if elected, he was going to give back the raise that Mayor Karen Weaver had took.
You found out that was a lie. What was the second thing he was going to do?
He was going to fix the water.
2025. That was a lie. But the EPA, all these agencies is holding up this lie that's going on that Flint water is fixed.
That's why it's important. I mean, whatever shindig or BS they trying to pull over our eyes Friday, people need to show up.
Like they do, but Flint got to show up. I mean, the third ward got to show up. It can't be no back and forth. Because I mean,
I'm talking about Friday.
Talking about to that thing. Yeah, I want to see what's gonna come out of that. I want to see can you really question the governor? Is she gonna take questions as the Flint? But this is the real question. The people that's gonna go there do they really live in Flint? Is bathing in this water? That's what I want to know.
As what?
Is they bathing in the water?
Who?
The people that's gonna be coming there, because I don't never hear when them people come, when the governor come, they be all smiling in her face. She never get no real questions.
That's why A10 needs to show up. That's why the residents need to show up to
That's
ask
what
the
I'm
real
talking
questions.
about. When the residents be showing up, why they don't never ask none of the real questions? They just be smiling and taking pictures.
Sometimes you can't depend on other people. You got to get in there and just ask them yourself. Shit,
You
ask
mean
her.
to tell me residents can show up? This what they live at. You mean to tell me you can't even show up for your own, but you want me to show up, and I've been showing up for them for the last 4 fucking years, and you can't show up? I wish I would. I ain't gonna fight for nobody that's not gonna fight for themselves. Them residents got to show up. This ain't about Mickey no more. This about the resident.
No. I'm not saying this is A10.
Yeah, no.
Covering the
No.
news.
Covering it, but no, the residents got to show up.
I mean, the news asks questions.
Yeah, but the residents still got to show up and ask these questions too. They got to do this. I don't know, like it's a 2-part thing. Residents and the media gonna be there, but the residents got to show up because it need to be documented that they is asking these questions. I don't know why we keep forgetting about the residents. Why the residents are not showing up? But they can show up if Gretchen Whitman come here though. That's the thing. They can show up and smile, and I hope they don't do no line dancing.
I always thought of A10 as filling in the gap.
It do fill in the gap. A10 always fill in the gap. Show me why I ain't been at something. Tell me why I ain't been at something. But what I'm saying, tell me at something I ain't winning. I don't go there and cover it. But what I'm saying, where's the residents at? You know how many times I done covered the ENA board? You know how many times I done covered council? You don't really see no residents show up. You how many residents show up to the ENA board? I'm just saying, 1 or 2, maybe 3. When is the residents gonna come up to show up and do some fighting? It can't just be saying, oh, A10 gonna be there, but when is the residents gonna come up and do some fighting? That's the question I want to ask. I mean, this all look good just showing up and say this, but if the residents who live in Flint don't come up and show up, that is crazy.
They know what they do in IB when they schedule these meetings. And again, they never said the people were going to be there. They said somebody from their team. I don't believe all them people. You're not going to get all them people in one room at the same time. It's never going to happen.
It depends. You might have 1 or 2, but I don't believe Gretchen might come up. This her last time here anyway. I mean, this her last hurrah. So what do she really get from coming here? To assure the people that they're going to keep pushing their agenda through?
I think it's just a last minute publicity stunt and a campaign stop.
Well, if the ambassador gonna be there, I hope both of them be there. Because if it's just one again, this means even them at the top is in on it, trying to help the right end get in.
Well, I got some news for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about some stuff I've been working on about these bad cops in Flint. I got some information that I'm going to share with you guys tomorrow after I get through putting this stuff together. I was going to do it today, but my head ain't right. So tomorrow, get ready. We're going to talk about this Flint Police Department. Everybody should be tuned in for that. Also, coming out, I do believe this week, I'm sure it's this week, worldwide distributed Nation of Islam, The Final Call. Winters Hall will be featured in The Final Call, along with Minister Laron X, Councilwoman Tanya Burns, and my good sis Maria Carter. So make sure you get you a copy of The Final Call this week.
Get them all the time, family. That's the news you really can use. Get them all the time. What happened, in my opinion, the pastors, community leaders, activists, and so on. Let me see. Alan said, what happened? In my opinion, the pastor, community leaders, activists, and so on has been paid off to keep silence on pressing issues. Man, listen. Look, that's been said, because Flint, it is what it is. You know, You got to be so careful on a lot of things. Like I said, I'm gonna leave the politicians to the politicians. I couldn't be no politician, man. I'm gonna tell you that job is a hard job. I wouldn't be no politician. I'd be like the brother that gave everybody them EBT, was giving out 3,500 trying to help the people. I'd be a real Robin Hood. I know I've been and got set up. I'd be trying to help the people.
Michelle said, Mickey, put a challenge out to your audience to attend the next ENA board meeting. No, Michelle, we're going to put a challenge out to the ENA board meeting to attend the next ENA board meeting. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put a challenge out to City Council to appoint members to the ENA board meeting so they can have an ENA board meeting. That's what we're going to do. Because right now, they wouldn't have a quorum if they tried to. They've lost Mr. King. They've lost Patrick Julian. Judy hasn't appointed anyone. Candace hasn't appointed anyone. And Jonathan hasn't appointed anyone. That's 5 people. They need 6 to make a quorum. I think the only members they have left is Lelicia Williams, Ambassador Linda Booz, William Harris, Trishelle Young, Bowling, and
Brian Larkin.
Brian Larkin.
Yeah, my does. First of all, Judy said she wouldn't appoint nobody. Her appointee, she felt like got disrespected. To hell with he gave counsel the finger and finger off everybody, but that's it. And then Candace said she wouldn't appoint nobody. And Jonathan didn't even talk about it and got brought up, and here we are. And here we are. Like that's why I'm done with it. Like you ain't gonna get no truth. I'd rather just sit back and talk about them. Cause what the ENA board, he can't do nothing. He got a ENA board member that need to be threw off the ENA board for being an ambassador, but she's not on them cards that got sent out. So she's a part of the game. William Harris is a part of the game. Trishelle.
I agree, Maria. That board needs to be dismantled.
She's part of the game. Brian Larkin only come when they need that vote to try to strip the council people pay because they won't vote on what the mayor won't. I mean, like, really, what is the purpose for the ENA board?
They serve no purpose. What was wrote in the charter and what they're doing now is, as Mays would say, they still in their infant stages.
Nah, they ain't in their infant stages. Them downright veterans on what they pulling.
No,
they veterans.
They don't know what they're doing.
Shit, but
they have no clue how to function as a
how I know that. You know how I know they know what they're doing?
How?
Because why the fact they sitting up here saying charter being broken, but they wanted to go after the council pay for not pushing the mayor stuff through.
And you think they came up with that big beautiful idea?
That's how I know they know what they're doing. They getting it like a coach. Neely is a coach. If anybody hip to coaches, he's like a Phil Jackson. He not a win championship. He put the plan together and he sent it out. Do they execute his plan?
They try to.
No, they execute it. They tell me where this mayor has been stopped at and what he wanted.
He hasn't been.
Even with a 4-4 split, just show me where to stop at.
He hasn't. And furthermore, you are saying what I said was correct. They don't know what they're doing, because if they did function as a proper ethics and accountability board, they would not be following anybody's plan but the correct plan.
But why this? Okay, I'll give you to show you where the BS at. Tell me why William Harris can't find his testicular fortitude for why he can't let his nuts hang.
Because
and say,
he's working in a conflict of interest. His mother has received ARPA money from the city council.
That's the point I was trying to make. That's a conflict of interest. You think he gonna vote against the mayor? I mean, anything that'll jam the mayor up.
Again, they don't know what they're doing.
No, they do know what they're doing. They there to block. They there to block. When they trying
don't know what they doing.
How they don't know what they doing? If they knew
if they're carrying out the mayor's job of blocking, they are successful with that. As far as ethics and accountability, they don't know what they're doing. They do not know how to run an ethics and accountability board. All they know is what direction that they give him, that he gives them to take. They don't know how to function as an ethics and accountability board.
We might don't like the way they should be functioning. Like, I agree with you with that, because I don't know how Miss Linda Booth is on there as an ambassador, because she said the charter, she blankly on camera said they break the charter all the time. So definitely she need to be off the board. And I can't believe Trishelle Young wouldn't know how to work a board. I just cannot believe her being a lawyer, her being around the mayor and around previous mayors, administrations, that she don't know how to work the ENA board. We might don't like the way they work it, but when they want stuff that he need done, they not to work it. Then they try to get Billy off of there.
Off of what?
Off the ENA board.
Look like they
just don't have quorum. Oh, they would have been got it off if they had quorum.
That's why we need Billy to show up and put her foot down. Help them. She can help them be successful if they wanted to, but they're not there to be successful.
Nah, I could never see them want to be. That's why I think the brother Patrick walked away. I think only reason what's his name stepped down, because they took his position from him.
You see the announcement? Miss Biggs says she having a barbecue on July 19th.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of barbecue eating on July 19th. We got your barbecue, and then we got
barbecue?
Miss Biggs barbecue, and then we got Councilwoman Burns, the burning barbecue. She said hers is on Saginaw Street between Falls Avenue and Laredo.
She meant to say Falls Avenue.
Falls, okay, Falls and Laredo.
I was going to say, what's Falls Avenue?
I don't know. I was like, maybe it's one of them streets. I don't know where they at.
She meant to say, and y'all show up for Miss Beverly Biggs. She out there gonna feed the people. 3rd Ward.
Kim, she said Billy who? What's Billy last name?
Damn, man. I
Billy
don't
Dantzler.
Yep.
She was the one.
Tanya's pick.
Her and Carol used to always battle with the ENA board.
Yeah, okay, Miss Billy Dantzler. Only Dennis can do that. Ain't that Dennis pick in that ward?
I don't know how that goes. I don't know if once you appoint somebody, if you can pull them off. I don't know if it has to be a vote of council. I don't know what the charter requires for someone to be removed from a board once they're appointed.
Well, you're supposed to be able to pick your person, though, because we seen that in the 1st ward.
Right. And once they're picked and placed, I don't think you can go back and say, I don't want them on there no more.
His time should have been up.
The ENA board, they have long terms. I mean, crazy, like 6-7 years.
You're supposed to be able to pick your person, though. I do feel like if you're a new council person, you coming in, you should be able to pick your at least
I mean, you can if their appointment is up, but you can't just go in and just like, take all the A4 appointments off and I want to put my own people on. It don't work like that.
They should. Because some of them people that got put on there, I wouldn't even have. Did Dennis even get to pick the person he wanted on there?
Well, how long has Mr. Harris been on the ENA board?
Probably from his infant stage when they opened it back up.
I think he probably has been on there since it's begun. So I don't know. I don't know if his time was up, if Dennis reappointed him or not.
If he did, I know he regretting that. But they not doing nothing though.
Who? You talking
the ENA board. Oh. Cause I was reading what
I can't follow you. What the hell is you reading?
I was reading what Maria Carter said. She said lifetime appointments like Supreme Court judges. Then Taz Montana said these board members overstaying their welcome like Liddell and Candace should have been gone. Okay, I'm putting up y'all the location where you can go get some of that barbecue from Miss Beverly Biggs, right across from Hutchinson, next door to Caught My Eye Beauty and Barbershop. So you know I gotta go be there.
What time do it start? July 19th.
You got to put the time and the date in there.
That's a week from this Saturday. Oh, duh. Picnic, July 19th on North Saginaw between Foss and Laredo from 12 to 5. All the third ward. She said she want all the third ward to show up if don't nobody else come. She said, make sure you tell them all the third ward is personally invited. That's right. That's the way to do it. You make sure y'all make sure you at that library meeting too, Miss Biggs, because I have a feeling that somebody else is going to be there.
Hey, she gonna be there.
He might show up to the library.
He at all them events. I've been catching him there. AC be sitting in the background.
Shardy, what's Fork in Nigeria? You said that they're gonna be here on Friday. What's that?
What time?
Her turn.
Facts.
Right. I think it would be more than 4 kids there.
Well, family, we had 11 o'clock. I gotta go.
You know he gonna race to go. Bye.
Got anything to say?
Hell no, because I have to take my headphones off before you say bye. We out. Click.
We did not gather here to ask politely. We are here to declare with one voice that injustice has met its match with the people of Flint. This moment is not about one man. It's about every citizen, Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, and beyond, who has been ignored, mistreated, and silenced by the very systems that is meant to protect them. It's about every family who has buried their pain in silence. It's about every child growing up in a city where power speaks louder than truth. We are done waiting.